The thing about this is that despite pointing out how God would bring calamity upon people like the Egyptian children in order for him to prove himself, and you try to point out that that was a very psychopathic, sadistic act, they are going to try and defend him. Now just ask yourself this question. If there was, let me give myself as an example. I decide that the only way I am going to show my enemy that I am powerful is to send a thug to go and finish them off with a gun, all of them. And then the remaining ones, maybe I eliminate a few members of the family, and then the remaining ones, I go and tell them, you see, I am all powerful. What would you think of me? You would think of me as a heartless psycho. That's what you would think of me. But theists completely refuse to see this in the biblical God or in the Abrahamic God. And you're going to come and say, God is he's the creator. He can do anything. You can do anything with something that you created. I can do anything with a dollhouse that I created, with something that I made out of mud. But this is a different scenario because we are not just some random toys that you can play with just because you made. We have consciousness. We feel. We have emotions. We are real people. We are living a reality. So you cannot just create conscious beings just to torture them with pain if they do not do as you please. It is very, very sadistic. And if you think that it's okay, and ask yourself this question. If God were to tell you to take a gun and walk to a hospital and get rid of all those kids in the wards, would you do it? And if you would go and say, it is God that made me do it, how would people think of you? Now this is what the angel of death did to the Egyptian kids, and you still applaud him as the faithful servant of God. This is what Moses conspired to befall upon the Egyptians, to get rid of their children, the innocent children who did not do anything, who did not even know what was going on. So before you defend this act, these horrible acts, ask yourself, if you were in that position, if you are the Egyptians, and this happened to your children, would you still think that this God is good? Or would you think that they don't deserve any worship? Don't be dishonest. Let us admit truth where it is. He's awful.